This is John Force's 1992 Castrol GTX hauler, back when he ran Oldsmobile. Being the Force fan that I am, been wanting to put this together for quite some time. It's been literally in the package since I got it. It was given to me by a gentleman that I worked with who has since passed, and I've been wanting to put it together in his memory to put with the rest of my John Force collection. So that's what we're going to do. The rig itself's got plenty of detail on it. Of course, snap tight or glue together, whatever your passion is with models. They never come the way that they're supposed to as far as the pictures on the box painted up. So that's of course where we're going to start, with the cab onto the trailer, get a lot of this detail that you see completed. So I got things set up on one of the workbenches out here in the garage. Been working on this now for about a week or so, trying to get the cab parts all laid out so that we can get painting. Like I said, none of them of course are the colors they should be. A lot of attention to detail, a lot of painting to be done. So we pretty much got everything for the tractor laid out. Everything's been painted 2 to 3 coats depending on the color. A lot of detail on some of the things. The air tanks, down to the small gear shifters, steering wheel, frame itself. A lot of small detail has to be painted with a toothpick. The cab itself, you take a look at the windshield wipers, they've been all done with a toothpick. Very small detail. The mud flaps, trim on the mud flaps, take a look at those. They were all been done with the toothpick as well. Sometimes the brushes are just too forgiving. The tires themselves, always like to do the tires, try to make them look real. We trim off the parting lines from the mold and then scuff them up with Scotch-Brite and a sanding block before we put the actual rims in. Make them look like they've actually been used. So we're almost to the point. We've got a couple other colors that I need to get from the hobby store for parts like this one, which needs to be completed yet. And once we do that, then we'll start getting all the chrome parts together so that we can start to assemble the tractor. Alright, so I've started to dismantle some of the parts from the manufacturer's plastic. Got everything all painted up. You can see here some places where we'll have to go back and touch up where we had to snap off from the plastic that holds all these parts. So we're going to start off by putting together the undercarriage and rear and front units for the tractor itself. Got the rear end unit, double rear end unit here, tandem. We're going to snap down into place. Makes it a little bit harder. It's got paint on it, but it does kind of help to keep it nice and snug. Spin it around, get the rest of it into place. Alright, so now we got pretty much the entire rear end of the tractor put together with the tandem unit. All the double tires. You can kind of see how we scuff them up, like I said, to make them look real. Drive shafts in, mud flaps are on, and now we'll go to the front part of the chassis. Alright, so we got the rear and the front axes on. Got the filter tank just put on, mud flaps, drive shafts in, fifth wheel plate, everything's ready pretty much to go. Now we'll go ahead and put the fuel tanks on. So we got the tractor pretty much as far as we can go for now. Got the rear and the front section in, filter tanks, fuel tanks, mud flaps. The rear mud flaps are still kind of tacky, so we're going to let them alone for now. We got the wheels on and tires on. We're good to go at this point. Need to go back and touch up some areas with the paint. And this is about as far as I can go until we get some more done on the cab, and then we'll come back and put that together.